Live on YouTube. Hey, Mr. Crimson Sir, why do they call them number plates when they contain letters too? I don't know, man. I'm not the government. Who do you take me for? I ain't a fan of the government. One problem. Okay, here's one problem I have with the way this is structured right now. It looks like it's within the bounds of a square. Do you guys know what I'm talking? You guys know what I mean? No matter how much I change the bounds and increase the bounds, it makes it almost look like it's always within a square. Which is really annoying. It makes sense because it is within the bounds of a square, but because the bounds are a cube, could I maybe, in a very easy way, adjust that so it doesn't look as obvious? Like, is there a node for noise? Oh. Oh. Huh. Oh. Can I preview this? I can't. I suck balls. What if I take the color and I multiply this by the X and this by the Y? Yeah, let's not play that real quick. Let's not play that. I think it is within our best interest to not play that. Still kind of looks like it's within the bounds of a box. I think instead of putting it there, maybe we put it in here instead. Maybe instead of a multiply, we can try and add. Still looks like it's within a box, but not as bad. I'm assuming it has to be one directional. You know what? I think we could just find seeds that we think we like that don't look too too boxy, and then we can just kind of go from there. I think the noise is interesting. I just wish I could preview this. Like, how do I preview this specific thing? Like, I want to see what this noise texture looks like. What I'd probably have to do is multiply this before going into the add to really make this more impactful. Oh, right. Literally everything is going to have the same value because it's using the same noise texture. Oh, shit. I wonder what Sovereign's up to these days. Probably like working a job. He lurks in the stream a few times. Pretty sure. Okay, so wait, hold on. What if we change the scale based off of the iteration? No, wait. We changed the value based off of the iteration. Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Using the seed for that? Not a very good idea. Probably a very bad idea. Okay, that makes it feel a little bit more random. However, it is only going in adding. It's not doing... So the color is 0 to 1. If we want it to be -1 to 1, we multiply it by 2. Multiply by 2. And then subtract 1. My cut the wire, man. Oh man, fuck you. Color multiply by 2. Subtract by 1. Still looks very much like it's within the bounds of a square, but you know, whatever. I think no matter what we do, it's gonna always look like this, so let's just roll with it. Fuck it. We roll with it. Although I don't know if this noise texture is actually doing what I want it to do. Are you saying Krim got replaced by AI and we never found out? Asking a question only Krim would know? What? No, not possible. What the hell is W? What is W? What the hell is W? Well, I just realized we're adding everything again in the same direction. Fucking balls! I wish I could, like, do a noise texture that gets called on a repeat. Like, this gets put in the repeat, so then that way it generates a new noise texture for every little thing. I don't think suddenly dropping it in here, like, that's not gonna do the thing. Noise. White noise texture. Oh, wait. Hold on. What if I put this... Oh, it's W. W is the thing. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. That's starting to look a little bit more random. It's still within a bounds of a square, but not as bad anymore. Okay, we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I understand what W means now. W is, I think, the location where it is on left to right. So what we can do is we can take the W, multiply this by like 5, and then that way it'll be a bit more random. Looks good to me. Now, of course, it really makes it random. Like, things can go anywhere. And our bound values are not really, well, let's just say they're not bounding very well. It's not bounding too well, but that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. In fact, that's what gives us this sense of randomness. Except that little piece of paper in the corner there, that's going to piss me off. Okay, let's start. Oh, you know, one last thing we need to do. UV grid. We need to randomize the UVs. We need to randomize the UVs. Also, let me check on my YouTube's live. Is my YouTube live? Hold on. Gotta check. Yes. We're good. Okay, good. Just double checking. So let me open up the UV window. I'm going to scale it down for texel density purposes. I'm going to move it right in the middle. And here's what we need to do. By the way, I am noticing a lot of clipping. We can figure that out. If anything, we're going to have to look for very specific seeds. They tend to go right in the center, though, which... makes me wonder if the iteration count... Oh, you know what? I just had an idea. Why multiply when I can just read this from random value? Now we're truly getting some randomness. There we go. Okay. I'm so silly. It's of course. Of course. This is how we can do it. It's easy. Okay, so now the big piece of the puzzle. I gotta remember how to translate the UVs. Oh, fuck. Shit. I think it's store named attribute. What is color? I forgot what color is. Named attribute color. Oh, that's the vertex color. Okay. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay, so we take that. I should be able to just copy paste this. We'll take the named attribute. We can go into the other one, go here. Yep, I can't. You can't copy from one thing to another. I had a feeling. Yep, classic Blender. Classic Blender. Okay, so store named attribute. That's going to be a 2D vector with face corner with the name UV map. I'm assuming that would be in here. And then we need to named attribute vector UV map. And then we're going to do an add. Time to finally upgrade Blender? Not a fucking chance, dude. Who cares? I honestly, I really hate updating Blender because I feel like it's just, I just don't really care. Oh, shit. No, there we go. Okay, there we go. I always have to be on the bleeding edge. Yeah, surely I need those, surely I need those updates so I can render shit in Blender when I never render shit in Blender. I already forgot what the... I already forgot what the renderer is called. What's it called? Eevee? Yeah, I don't give a shit about updates for Eevee. I really don't care. Cycles, Eevee. I don't care for it. Like, remove it from the thing. I don't care for it. I don't use it. You know what I mean? Like, if I could just remove it from the thing, if it makes any difference, I would. It doesn't matter to me. You know, it really does not matter to me. Cycles is an add-on, I think, so you could remove it. Would that, in theory, make my Blender faster? So now you can see the UVs are kind of randomizing. And then that will make it so the texture is random. We'll have a little bit more randomness, which is great. All right. Uh-oh. I use Blender cycles for some bakes. Last time I baked any sort of high poly to low poly texture in Blender was probably in like 2015 when I was first starting out. And man, those bakes were ass. Then I switched over to X normal, and that was also ass. You can't tell me that shit's good. I'm sorry. You're a boomer if you think X normal is good, okay? Especially when it comes to like the newest baking tools that are out there. Like, sure, maybe it was good at the time, whatever. It's not that good anymore. That interface is horrendous. For those that don't know, this is what X normal looks like. This is what the interface for X normal looks like. This is the interface. This is it. Yeah. It was able to make relatively good bakes, but let's be honest. In a world where Marmoset and Substance Painter exists, Windows Media Player skin, yeah, that was the shit back then. That was the thing. The hot thing back in the day. Maybe the startup time would improve? Maybe. I don't know why. Opening Blender is so slow these days. And it's not even like I have a lot of custom add-ons necessarily. Like, I don't really have a lot of custom add-ons in here. Like, I got Zen UV, I have my Unreal Tools plugin, Mesh Online. I don't really know what that's... Oh, this is for skinning, voxel skinning, right? Unreal Engine Asset Exporter, UV Pack Master, and Autorig Pro. That's it. That's all of the custom stuff I have. Yeah, Blender 4 Plus startup is much slower than 3 Plus. It is actually an insane slowdown. We need a lurk emote. It's okay, just lurk. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Bane. Type exclamation mark vanish. See what happens. see what happens if you type exclamation mark vanish. In a puff of smoke. Wait, what, the emote's not even playing. Oh, come on. I can't even see it in chat. Oh, come on. Did they make it so when you type an emote, it no longer shows? Look, that's what it's supposed to look like. And then it, oh, come on. That's so cringe. Godot also takes ages to load, which is funny because they always flex how lightweight their engine is. Wait, how long does Godot take to open? Isn't that thing like 100 megs? At least on default, Godot? I have a test project which takes like 15 seconds to load. Okay, 15 seconds isn't bad. Compared to me opening up Unreal. It's like the same thing when people are like, dude, why does my compiler take like 0.76 seconds? Me when I'm trying to compile my fucking C++ project for Unreal. Well, guess I'll go get a coffee. Why is my compiler taking like more than 1 second? What the hell? Just let me hate on Godot. Sass, listen, you can hate on Godot. But at least, you know what I mean? At least, you know, make it make sense. You know what I mean? Make it make sense. Should we randomize the geometry a little bit? How do we do that? Can I like add a bit of noise to the verts? Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. By the way, I think I just realized that I can't tell if it's fully randomizing. The UV grid doesn't really make it easy to see. I think it is randomizing. The thing is, it's not going through the repeat. So I wonder if this is only happening to one object. Guys, I think this is only happening to one object and then the rest are the same. It very much does look like they're the same. All right, might have to change that. Which really is annoying because... Okay, let's just do this. Geometry, hook up the geometry, cut that. No, no. Cut, control, there we go. The controls for this is fucking ass. I'm just saying, it's shit. You know what? I'll be able to tell if I make it really small. Okay, it is. By the way, I probably want to do that anyways, because these are small papers. They're not enormous. Oh no, you spilled all your chessboards. Yeah, they kind of got all over the place. My bad. There is quite a bit of clipping going on. I don't really know how we could... I don't know how to make it so we can avoid clipping. TBH, don't really know. I'm too stupid to figure that out. Why does the compiler use the CPU and not the GPU anyways? I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy for these kind of questions. I'm not a fucking real game developer. I'm a guy who uses Unreal Engine and for some reason makes video games. I don't know. I don't know how any of that shit works. Okay. When someone's like saying smart shit for game development, I don't know what I don't know what they're saying. I'm out of the conversation at that point. You could distribute points on a plane with a Poisson distribution. Distribute points in volume. Oh. Oh. Oh, distribute points on face. Oh. Oh, I didn't know. So you're telling me I can just do this and then bypass everything I just did and then... Well, I don't know, guys. What the fuck? There's some snow on my paper. Points get distributed on existing geo, but that would allow you to use any shape as a bounding box for the paper. It's okay. That part's fine. Now I just kind of want to add a little bit of random mesh variance, like move a bit of the verts around. So, how can I maybe add a bit of noise to the geometry? Transform geometry. Well, we already have a transform geometry. I guess I could transform it again. But that's for translation, rotation, and scale. How do I actually translate the actual mesh? Interpolate, no. That's for hair, supposedly. I have a point position. But I don't know if a point position... what do I want to do? I want to take the actual mesh, because right now all of the meshes are the same, right? Except for the fact that they're scaling on the Z. So it gives some of them stick out a bit, some of them are a bit flatter. But what I want to do is add a little bit of noise to the mesh so that they're not all super straight. Don't really know how to do that. I feel like store named attribute could have something in here. I'd say vector and then maybe face and then point. I wonder what that could be. It could just be position. Like the attribute could just be the position. It's a vertex vector. That would be point, as far as I know. What am I doing? I'm randomizing papers. I'm making some papers. Spending a little too long randomizing some papers. I joined the stream. The first thing I see is cubes. Actually, they're planes. Crimson being oddly close to his screen like he's trying to process the GTA 6 release date. Listen, man, that shit's far from... We're very far from any of that, okay? Let's just say we're very far from any of that. Position might not be it, actually. Wait, hold on. It's not it. Whatever. I was hoping we could add a little bit of randomization, like a bit of noise, but let's see here. Blender, geometry nodes, add noise to mesh. Use a set position node combined with a noise texture plug into the offset. I hate AI. Set position node. And noise texture plug into the offset. What? Oh yeah, let's see if that actually, I guess it would have to be a 2D vector with the offset. Oh shit, look at that. Well, would you look at that? Seems like we got a little something here. Let's do random value, vector, with the ID 1, 1, 1. I don't know why they're all being moved down. I don't know why they're all being moved down. I guess that's the offset system. Oh, I don't actually think this is... modifying. He always says to do that. Let's see here. Hold on. Hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah, whatever. Screw it. This is just an additional detail that I just think is just not worth our time. So, back we go. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. It's funny that right here, though, we can see that the geometry is doing its thing. It's technically doing its thing. However, the problem is that it's for some reason moving everything down into the corner, which could be this offset. Setting everything there. Yeah, who cares? A problem for future me, perhaps. Okay. Good. We're good. Okay, so let's start making a bunch of these. So we'll reduce the amount of papers, reduce the seed, we'll reduce the bounds, so they're a little bit more closer together. We're gonna probably want a couple of them like this. Okay, cool. Then we'll have another variant. Increase the amount of iterations, perhaps. Actually, let's do one with like a minimal, very minimal amount of papers. Let's find one that I kind of like. No, not a big fan of that one. Yeah, that one I'm cool with. Okay, cool. Another one. This will be 3. This will be 4. So we'll do even more papers in this one. Let's increase the bounds a little bit. And then let's see if we can get a fun seed here. Got a little bit of clipping in the middle there. I don't know why so many are in this. Oh. That one might be good. I'm cool with this one. The thing that I think will be fun about these scatter papers, I'm going to make them so they have a different sound effect when you walk over them as well. And then I think that'll add a lot of liveliness, having different sound effects when you're walking around. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that adds a lot of life. Yeah. Why can't you use Unreal's PCG system for papers? I just don't really know how to use the PCG system. And either way, I want this to be baked into the mesh anyways. So I'm not too worried about it. One thing we do need to worry about though, we need to move this slightly up. And the reason for that is when we export this, when we drag it into the scene, it's going to be above any sort of flat meshes. Okay. Cool. So let's take every single one of these. And then we'll go ahead and export them. Should be 5 assets. Export. Go to the folder. We are in models. Very good. Then let's go here. Let's go to environment. I guess we can put it in library, but maybe we might want to use these papers in other places. So let's just put this in here in the main folder. Okay, and then let's see how the papers look in this. Are the UVs stretched? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. The UVs look fucked up. I think we can close this now. Geometry value add. Geometry value add. What's weird is that they don't look fucked up in here. Do I have to apply them? Hold on, we're going to reopen the other project again. No, I didn't apply them. I am, however, baking the target on disk, so I don't know if that makes any difference. Maybe that does make a difference. One, two, three, four, five. Export again. Let's see if we re-import. No, they still look a little fucky. And I'm pretty sure there's nowhere in the texture that shows
my pants, I did.
it looking like that.
First K9 happy, first K9 fear, first K9 stare, first K9 wow, first K9 wow, first K9 wow,
Wow.
first K9
Wow.
wow, first K9 wow,
Wow.
first K9 lull.
Night, thank you for the 42 months, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Are the UVs in such a like awkward spot? Obviously I can't see them here. But are they in such an awkward distance away that it like fucked up the whole thing? Because I did do negative 360 by 360. So like them being really far away could be part of the problem. So let's do negative 0. Let's do negative 1 to 1. Please tell me all of these use the same geometry nodes file. I think they do. I'm going to assume they do. I don't know if they do. That looks different. Okay. It looks kind of sort of fixed. They are missing quite a bit of texture. Honestly, we might be able to scale this up a little bit. I don't think that's a huge issue. Yeah, thank you, Knight. How's it going, Crim and Chat? Doing pretty good. I think the project is coming along quite well, I think. You know what's really funny? We can also do flowing paper for this. I don't know if it's working, but if we wanted to, we could always make that a bunch of flowing paper, like paper that's moving around a little bit. This damn friendslop game has too much. We're putting too much work into it. we need to tone it down. Okay, we need to tone this shit down a little bit. Okay. I don't think we want any collision on these, realistically speaking, whenever we throw these in. Additionally, I don't think we want them to cast shadows. That's just a waste if we cast shadows on this shit. It would be cool to have a bunch of random writing on these papers, but for now we'll just do random scattered papers without any color on it, and then, you know, we could always figure out some text on it at a future date. First K9, wow. I hate my fucking prefix. If there's one reason as to why I'd want partnership is to change my prefix for my emotes. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. So let's do this. Each one of these. Cast shadows, turn it off. Enable collision. I would like to keep that for... I need to keep that for when we do collision checks. When you're stepping on surfaces. Right? So that's going to be important. So I need to keep that. But from here on out, we can go in and scatter some papers and stuff. Hell yeah. Throw some papers around. Oh, yes. Are you a fan of papers? I'm a big fan of papers. These rugs need actual, like, meshes as well. We don't have any meshes for the rug yet. It's like suit for hire detailing. It's just fucking loose papers all over the place. Nothing ever changes. Nothing ever changes. Hey, Lance. How's it going? Okay, there's a paper going through the wall, guys. We got a paper going through the wall. We got a paper floating. We got a floating paper. I'm gonna scale down the paper. They're little like pamphlets, magazines. Cool. Now we got a little bit of scattered papers around. Maybe a little too much, but you know, for now it's fine. Cool. And then the idea is, this would be a completely different type of material. So when you walk over it, it'll play a different sound effect, which I think should be a neat way to kind of add a bit of variance. I do feel like we need to get this going though. We need to add a bit of detail to this rug. Yeah. Anyways, let me stand up real quick, take a little stretchy break. I'll be right back. Okay? Give me a second. Hello, I'm back. Hey. Now create a procedural rug texture? No, I'm not. All right, we got ourselves some papers. And we can use that throughout a bunch of different places. I think the office would be a good spot to put some scattered papers. Maybe even the cargo area. I think having a bunch of different floor stuff will be great. Having a bunch of different shit on the floors. So coming up with some stuff like, dude, little cans on the ground. Cans that have like no value at all, but can be like kicked around and make noise. I think would be cool. So now that we're longer into the stream, there's more people here. Do you guys notice the head bob at all? I added head bob off stream yesterday. Do you guys notice the head bob at all? It's very subtle, is it not? You see it a lot more in the objects because they're a lot closer up. Now that you mention it, well, yeah, now that I mention it, but that's a good thing. I was looking at, dude, like, look at the gameplay for Repo, man. What, this one? Yes. Look at the fucking camera movement in this game, man. Look how there's a fucking rotation movement when you're looking around. There's an insane amount of head bob. I feel like this is too, and head movement in general, like the camera movement and stuff, like a lot. Like, sure, I could bump up my numbers a bunch, but I feel like, why? There's a lot of movement, and then the rotation when you're turning the head is like, it's just like, what's going on? Best to be able to disable it though. Yeah, I'll probably put it in as a disable. Why is there an office train? Why not? I never played it, so don't know how it feels while playing. My partner, who doesn't play these types of games often, get motion sick. She gets motion sick watching me play, but it's only when I do like really quick movements. I think that's more so because she's not like used to I think... Oh, I forgot to turn off the collision on these papers. But I'm a little alarmed because I think the line traces for the feet are not using complex collision. Because otherwise this shouldn't work. It does look like they put a physics object on the camera. Which is crazy. There's just a crazy amount of movement. I was thinking about maybe testing it out in my camera, but I'm like, I feel like it'd be too much. Can I share my prototype video with you? Sure, Gajira. Yeah, if you have a YouTube link or something. Yeah, the only time you really see the head bob is actually just objects. Because the objects makes it look a lot more intense. But other than that, the environment, the surrounding environment, I feel like is pretty subtle enough. That it's not like super in your face. It's like it's there as like a nice. I think it's a good sweet spot right now. Where it's like a nice little detail, but not like a crazy amount. Well, Repo is successful for a reason. I don't know. I would imagine they must have put in a setting to like turn off or reduce head bob entirely. do new. I do new. Do I have a sponge? I don't have a sponge. There's rats in the damn train. I gotta change this because I... Also, the fact that we can interact with the door even though it's through the wall, gotta fix that too. But this one's kind of annoying because it's like battling the system more so than anything. Alright, let me see. War train. War train. Mm-hmm. Jeez, why is it's going so damn fast? This train would derail. This is a speed train. The terrain generation based mechanics? Oh, so this train track is being put onto generated terrain. Yeah, cool, man. Obviously, a little bit more work to be done on the terrain to make it feel more believable. Right now, obviously, it's just noise, but got something cool going on here for sure. Do you have any plans of where you want to bring this, or you don't really know just yet? Yeah. Yeah, I just say, well, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of plans you have for it. Hopefully at some point. You know, the thing is, I was actually, for my, for this train game, originally what I wanted to do was do a procedural terrain system. And then make it so the players are like going along. But there's so many train games now that are kind of doing that. So I kind of wanted to be different. And on top of that, I already had such a big technical list of things I needed to learn for this project, like multiplayer and stuff. So I ended up just downscoping and making it so everything occurs on the train. But yeah, honestly, if you could do something like The Long Drive, but on a train, I think people could really enjoy that. The Long Drive Train Edition. Ah. Bum ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba dicka ba bum bum birdie birdie burr. I can't scroll up and do it yet. Playing with a bunch of ideas, but I'm trying to keep it within a manageable scope. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Could make it like a... Could make it a roguelite, I guess. Make it so there's like... separate paths the player can go on or some shit. You can do anything, really. You can do anything. Sky's the limit. And your time. Time is the limit. Time and skills are your limit. Well, a lot of limits are coming up. A lot of limits are coming up. Let's just stop talking about the limits. This is a bomb. I know it is. It's not a bomb. We live another day. Okay, so scattered papers done. Put that in the list. Loose papers done. The next one is library cart. We're doing a lot of modeling today, which honestly I'm all for. I love modeling. I love modeling. We're gonna do it in this project. Scattered papers, goodbye. I'll see you maybe never. I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll come back to that. Make some more variants. Okay, library cart. What do these look like? Because if anything, I could always just use the cart from Ronin as a base. Library cart. Okay. Modeling, environment. Long trolley. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely use this as a base. Hundo Placento. What we do need to do, though, is it needs to be wide enough for two sets of books from the looks of it. Okay, two sets of books. And then we're good. Limits are for losers. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right, jackass. Limits are for losers. Library cart. Actually, what if we make it like a thin cart? No, that's kind of boring. Well, we could make it a thin, one-sided cart. No, we're gonna be fancy with it. We're gonna be fancy with it. So it seems like the are these all built by the same fucking company or something? They're all the same thing. They got a little handle section, makes sense, and then books. Yes, books. Many books. And then two-sided, generally two-sided. It also seems like it's angled, but we're not going to do the angle because otherwise it's going to be really annoying. Because then I got to take these and like angle them, and like I ain't about that life. Yeah, I can't be bothered. So, sir, we will not be angling them. We also do need to make it tall enough that it fits 3 rows of books. Look at that, there's a... Oh, shit. just gonna reuse this bottom one. Wait, why does the normals look so messed up on it? Wait, hold on. Wait a second, what happened? It's probably the way to normals. Okay, hold on. Move this up. And then we'll delete this top. And we'll move that up as well. To then get the top of the books. Actually, I need to redo that. This is going to be pretty tall, actually. And then these need to go up. Now we could put some flat, yeah, I guess we could put some flat planes on those sides, huh? It's too good? You mean PureRef, Gojira? Yeah, PureRef is great, man. Even my partner was like, dude, I love this program. I was like, I know. I know. It's so good. Nothing beats it. Yo, cat, how's it going? So let's delete these outer edges. We can probably honestly delete these corners. I don't really know why those corners are even here, considering you can't even see them. Okay, and then I think we're gonna scale this by 0. All right, and then on this side, we can duplicate this face. Hold on, let me check the references here. It just looks like one big flat section, which then makes me think maybe we just take this face and turn it into a cube or something. All right, yeah, and now we're modeling. Yeah, I'm beveling. We beveling. A lot of bevels in this. A lot of bevels in this. That's okay. Oh, this actually goes really far down. Very interesting. Okay. Whatever, I'm just gonna do an auto smooth for these. I should be mirroring this, but whatever. I don't know why some of these, I don't know if you guys can notice, there's like a distortion on them. I don't know why they're like distorted. Dude, why is it distorted? I don't know why it's distorted. I'm gonna start being a little bit more normal about this because I can't be having these be annoying me. So this will be mirrored. We're gonna use this as the base. Cool. Did I try? I haven't given it a shot, Kat. I have to take a look at it. I have to take a look at it. I do have to take a look at it. I have not given it a gander just yet. So is there a way to do these curves in a very automated fashion? Like I know I can do bridge edge loops. I can generate, I can edit this. I could actually take one of these and do a dual mirror like that and then just do that. But this is the only way I can think of doing something like this. Although I gotta say, the bridge is giving incorrect values. There we go, it's looking a little better. It's looking a little better. How big is our player? Because I don't know how big. You know, I don't know if yeah. Okay. Remove the mirror. Oh, you know what? Actually, we need to thin out. Oh, shit. Actually, it should be pretty straightforward to do, to thin this out a little bit. Okay, we'll see. New asset, how did the book end up? It's looking pretty good. We got a little bit of the basis of it out of the way, so you can interact with it, open it up, and then you can flip through the pages, and then you can close the book. So we got a little bit of that there. Hold on. But yeah, it's looking okay. I think some things I'd like to do is, well, first we need to put the system of rendering the pages, which is probably going to be a widget that we then like render onto like a target texture, and then we can do a bunch of stuff there. The other thing I'd like to do is, instead of doing flipping pages by pushing a button, it'd be so cool to like actually physically flip the page by like grab the page and then you like drag it. I think that would be so sick. And it would be very fitting for the type of game that we're making, right? I feel like that'd be very fitting, is like actually dragging the pages. So that's something I'd like to do in the future. Let's do something like that. How tall is this in correspondence to our character model? It's pretty tall, which I think is funny. If anything, pretty funny. That it's much larger than the characters. I might be overdoing the bevels, though. I will admit. I will admit I might be overdoing the bevels a little bit. Okay. So now we can delete this, and then let's parent everything. First, let's clear parents, and then set the parent, and now we can move everything with the parent. Do you intend to do a mask and change the page texture smoothly? Or we'll just change it at some point. We're going to have to do a lot of fuckery to like when you go from one page to the next, we'll load the next set of pages while still keeping the original pages until we've completely covered up the other pages. So we're going to probably do like a very, we're going to try to mess with the animation so that in such a way that we can do all of that kind of fun stuff. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, dude, this trolley might be a little bit too big. I won't lie. Okay, what we might do is we'll lower the books. We'll lower the books. And then we can lower everything else. And then that should be okay. This is looking pretty big. I need to change the name of this. Book cart. Book cart. So the cool thing about this is when we do the whole puzzle thing in the library, we can use the carts as another location spot where stuff can spawn. So you're not just looking at the walls and whatnot, but you're kind of looking at the spots where the carts will be. It would be cool making it so the carts have physics, but I think that might be, we'll put that on the backlog. I think we'll put that on the backlog. I would love to make it so the carts have physics. Don't get me wrong. That would be fun. And I'm all about fun. Big advocate for fun. Huge advocate for fun. My favorite unwrap, cube projection. You love to see it. All right, and then nickel is going to be one of our metal textures. Does the metal texture have a added abstract texture? It doesn't. We should try to, oh, you know what? I think it's because I wanted to make a new version for it, but let's just use it just so we have something that'll add a nice bit of diffuse variance into the texture as we see here. Yeah, it looks good. Although like a painted metal could also look really good too. Like red. Yeah, something like, oh, we could do that. I am noticing, however, that my blender crashed. Well, would you look at that? In a puff of smoke. I think it's a goner. Oh, hey, look, it's back. There we go. Randomly, my controls got stuck. Okay, so let's select all of these. Assign that to the correct thing. So the black can be basic black. We could definitely do some kind of fun color for this. Like maybe the electrical color, which is kind of like a a brownish tint, which I think could work really well here. Can make it really dirty, you know, it could be really dirty. Ooh, metal dark looks good too. Which is literally just a darker version of the metal. Yeah. Let's see, electronics main. This could honestly work as well. Rather than making everything metallic, let's give this also the abstract diffuse texture. So then that way we have a little bit of variance. Not the prettiest thing in the world. I think this should be like a different abstract texture, but for now we'll just leave that there. How big is this? Oh, this is big. It's a big cart. We ain't fucking around. We ain't fucking around in this library. Okay, where do we put the first cart? Ooh, right underneath the staircase. Yes. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. Look at that. Dude, hell yeah. Okay, okay. All right. Okay, and then let's put a second one. Maybe in the employee room. I like the idea of using up this space to actually make it a part of the puzzle area. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. We're probably going to have to change the collision of this. I'm going to assume it's just a box. Yep. Yep. We're going to have to do that ourselves. So we got 2 on the ground floor. 1 in the employee room, right in the middle. We could maybe put... Man, I don't know if we should overdo it. I feel like if we overdo it, it won't be... it loses its interest, right? I think we can put one on the second floor. However, there's not a crazy amount of space to put a cart on the second floor, admittedly. Like, we could put one here against a... Yeah, we could put one against, like... Yeah, put it against the, maybe slight rotation so you can kind of hide behind it. What if a monster gets up here? You have literally nowhere to go. Like, you have to jump off, basically. But I do want to make it so jumping off has some price to pay. Can we get behind that? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. So we can use that as cover. Additionally, I think we got to fix being able to... Wait, how is it that I can walk in here now? For some reason, I couldn't do that earlier. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. That's a pretty good spot. Then we can go in here. Here's what we can do. Let me look at this system we have here. Shelf. Okay, so. I don't remember how the system works. I think it's like this is the beginning point. I think. Let me check. Shelf 0, shelf 1. Okay. Yes. And then we need to duplicate all of these, or I guess what we'll do is we'll duplicate this one. And I want to say this was on the other corner. Let me check the bottom shelf. Yep. Yep. So we gotta, I think, also flip it. And then this will make it much easier for me to... do stuff. Okay. Rather than me having to manually place all these books. So let's see if it works now. Generate books. Oh, hey, it did generate some books. However, on the back side. There we go. A little bit of adjusting, no problem at all. Okay, get some books in the back, and then let's go ahead and generate some books on this one as well. Sick. Don't know why they're being placed in kind of an awkward spot, but that's okay. Looking good. And then we could get some vertical books in here too. I don't see why not. Okay. Do we maybe want to do some of that in here? I don't see why not. Let's put a couple over here. It's going to be clipping a little bit, but that's okay. All right. Okay, now let's go check out this place. Let's check out the library. Uh-oh. Big explosive tomato guy. I think you know what I want to do as well today. Box monitors. I want to make some what are they called? CRTs? Yes. Me running around trying to look for a library. Okay, there's no library here. There we go. Do the doors open if there's no power? They can open, yes. However, we do need to make a maintenance task that can cause them to jam. And then you gotta repair the jam before you can use the door again. Which I think should be a really fun way to create some divergent gameplay. Like, say you're getting chased by a monster and then suddenly a door is jammed. So where was it that we put a... Oh, we put a cart here. Yeah. I think this is a fun little spot. Yeah, you could use it as a little hiding spot. You can kind of peep through. If a monster does come upstairs. Let's close that real quick. Yes. Can I walk through these? For some reason, I cannot walk through these. It's like really buggy. We were able to do it in the other level. The collision is just the door. Can the bomb dude open doors? No, I don't think so, actually. Actually, he might be able to. I forgot about this guy. I'm gonna leave. I think it's just that one shelf. Hold on, maybe this one's bugged as well. Yeah, that one's fine. Something about that one at the below. Downstairs here. Oh, see, now we got in. It's the fucking fucking noise of this stupid door. Ring. It's what the hell's going on? Okay, this is fucked. Might be the collision. Don't know. But it's definitely different than the upstairs ones. That's for sure. Did he just hit the door into himself? I think he did hit the door into himself. We should make it so you can heal the rats. And then, like, we could do like a little Minecraft mini game where it's like, if you heal and give them food enough, they become your friend. That could be kind of funny. The Rat King. This guy's a big one. He's a big one. Goodbye. Boop. We gotta make the rats sound really disgusting, though, so you don't feel any remorse for throwing them off the train. Or throwing them into the engine. We gotta make them sound gross. Come on, guys. Listen, you gotta start paying rent. This is ridiculous. Like crazy, man. Please be a bomb. What the hell? Michael Jack? The rat? The one and only? What was he doing? Oh. Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, shit. Why are they all spinning? Why are they all spinning? They're spinning indefinitely. They just won't stop. No, it's not the fan spinning him. Don't be fooled. It's not real. That's not real physics. Although that would be funny, actually, if it did have some sort of, like, electrical or, like, some sort of mechanical gameplay influence. That would be... I don't know what kind of gameplay influence it could have. Thought they just turned it to GTA pickups. Food. It's a food pickup. I can't wait to put the stove in the game and then you can cook random objects. I'm not specifying any specific one in this subject, but... yeah. I really don't like the sound effects for this. It's not very good. I bought a pack of like a bunch of industrial kind of like sounds and gears and stuff. And I don't know if I like it. It's just too like bassy and shit. Like maybe I could reduce the bass. Maybe cut out some of the low values. All right, let's figure out the next task. You know what this means though? Now that we finished the library cart, chat. Now that we finished the library cart, you know what that means? You know what that means? It means this task is in the completed list. Oh, yes! Oh my god. Look, we're thinning out the in progress list. But the to-do list is still very long. And the needs testing is very long as well. Let's call this basic proximity voice chat. Yeah, we need to do a little technical test of all these things to make sure everything's generally working in multiplayer. Yes. There is a lot to test. A lot of little things to work on. Yeah, we got a lot of video game to test here. or I guess you could call it tech demo. A lot of tech demo to test here. Yeah, a lot of little reworks that we need to do. I'm gonna put this in the core gameplay loop category. Okay, what now? What do we do? What are we working on now? I'm gonna work on some sound effects off stream, so we won't do that on stream. The quota rework. The quota rework is gonna have to wait. We do need to create some subtasks for that though. Give my Python script a try. Let me take a look at it first. Where is it? In game dev, I'm assuming? Uh, ch- 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 Hmm. It's interesting that you can do that stuff in Python. Doing all that material stuff. Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I'll give it a look, possibly off stream. I'll give it a look. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Let's see. What is the next on our list? Let me run around a little bit. This is usually when I feel inspired. I love the head bob. I honestly think the head bob adds a lot. The object movement also adds a lot. We do need to convert that stuff to C++. Yeah, we do need to convert that so then it's all over the place, because right now it's just a couple items. Oh yeah, I wanted to work on the CRT monitors. Yes. The CRT monitors. Yes. Very good, yes. We also do need to make the trombone usable. Currently we've done none of that yet. The Tic Tac monster is stuck in the ground. Good stuff, love that. You know another monster we can put into the game? I think the next monster we'll work on, maybe next week, could potentially be the luggage mimic. And then additionally alongside that, we can make it so the luggage... Yes, next week. We'll do it next week. We'll start next week. I'm serious. The luggage mimic, and then we can make luggages randomly spawn in item spawn points. "99 other jokes you can tell yourself? I'm gonna do it. Don't fuck with me." Oh, we're leaving that in. I'm leaving that in. We're leaving that in. That you can do that. Motherfucker. Ah! Dude, we need to change the sound effect to be a lot more, like, noticeable that you're about to explode the fire extinguisher, because it's fucking crazy, man. Now what? Sound reminds me of jumping on a trampoline in Super Mario World. Put it in the fire. Through the fire and flames. I can't wait to make it so certain items, when you put them in the furnace, they make like a different sound. This one's gonna be like, and it like just falls flat. It's gonna be awesome. Little goofy sound. Goofy sound. So this whole system is gonna change, hopefully for the better. Should hopefully improve the gameplay, I hope, by making it a quota instead. This is gonna be another 3-year game, isn't it? Like, listen, dude, hey, listen, Wendy, we've been working on it for like 4 months, and it's already feeling okay. It's already feeling pretty okay. Are you not entertained? Good sound. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop it. Thank you. When do I get my side jobs? Side jobs not, no side jobs yet. No side jobs. Oh, yeah, we ought to work on the big front area panel thingy, technical thing. We do have to do that as well. And then we gotta work on a thing for the door. And we'll do that someday or something. When does Steam Early Access come? I don't know if I'm gonna put this game into Steam Early Access, to be honest. Like, we'll see. Maybe we will. But ideally, when we release, ideally it'd be nice that it's not, you know, not early access. I thought the front area was just supposed to be a glowing orb we can ponder. Unfortunately, no. It's not that kind of game. It's not a magic game. Speaking of magic, you guys see the new Harry Potter trailer? I guess they started running out of money and they're like, hey, fuck it. Let's just remake all of the movies with completely different actors. Watch this. Hole in one. 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 Watch this hole in one. Whatever. I don't even care. I can't wait for the weird racist undertones of the James Potter versus Snape scenes. I already looked at the YouTube comments for that and people were judging him for having like dreads and shit. Nice. Yep. I think it looks pretty cool, TBH. I didn't even look at the full trailer, I'm gonna be honest. I just like looked at the comments because I knew it'd be fucking unhinged. It was. It was unhinged. Actually, I did see one part. There's a couple actors in there that I recognized. I feel like some of the teachers. I feel like I recognized a couple of them. All right. J.K. Rowling makes like 70 mil a year. That's cool. Uh-oh. The door on the inside feels like it's lacking in the detailed department. You know what I mean? The inside part of the door is quite lacking. Also, I feel like I just don't like it being metal. I feel like it just looks stupid. Like a full metal door. I feel like it should be painted metal or something. Try wood? I don't know about wood, but I think it needs an inside inset in here as well. Kind of like how the outside has it. See, this is okay because it feels kind of exterior. It's got this little part that sticks out and stuff, but the inside part. J.K. Rowling also makes several transphobic statements a year. She's got to hit her quota for saying stupid, unhinged shit every year. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, touching this bottom kills you. We gotta change that. All right. How long are you streaming for? 2 hours and a half? Okay, let's figure out what the next thing's gonna be. We gotta work on the shop system. It's one of our big things on the list. Eight maintenance tasks. We could work on another train carriage variant, but that is going to be quite a bit of work. Oh, the CRT monitors. The box monitors for the office. Do I have any references of some CRT monitors that we could take some inspo from? Something that would match the retro futurism that we want. How did the safe come out? It's looking pretty good. I only quickly worked and whipped up the model. But it looks like this basically. So there'll be shapes that you have to find and then find their corresponding symbol. And then you just punch in the code and then this will unlock and then you'll be able to spin this open. And then the whole safe will whip up. Yeah. What? Basically, there'll be books that'll be interactable. They'll all have a symbol or a shape of some sort, like a square with a color or a triangle with a specific color. And then that'll be in here. There'll probably be a bunch of other books as well that are fakes. They'll have their own symbols, so it's to kind of confuse you. So you have to keep track of the symbols and what they pertain to, and then you punch in the code, and then you can open the safe and get a bunch of items. Yes. Still don't get it, but skill issue on my end. Don't worry. Once I put it in, it'll make a bit more sense. Basically, think of it this way. There'll be, on the right, you'll see what you need to find. So it'll be like a blue triangle. It could be a red square. Maybe a green circle. And then the last one would be, I don't know, a pink. I would say a star, but what's another shape we can do here? A diamond. A diamond. So basically, there'll be a bunch of other shapes and colors scattered around in books. Right? So you'll go around the library, find books that you can open up. It'll just show the cover with the hint. And then you have to find the ones that correspond to the lock, basically. And then it'll have a symbol associated with it, so you know which symbol to press for that specific one, if that makes sense. A little bit of a memory game, because you got to remember each one as well. So when you open a book, it'll be like, for example, the diamond, and then the corresponding symbol. So for example, we've got, what's an easy one that I can draw? That which one was it? Like the skull emoji. Right, you'll have the skull emoji. Or a mushroom. This is the mushroom, because I can't draw. We got the mushroom, right? So the mushroom will be associated with it too, and then you'll have to like remember each one that's associated. And then there'll be a bunch of them that'll throw you off with their own symbol. So you have to kind of like remember which one is which. And it's like a quick way to just add something unique to the library. It's like a little treasure hunt kind of thing. Little find and seek. Little hide and seek kind of little mini game kind of thing. Yeah, which should be kind of fun. And it could be like a book could be inside of one of the library carts, or in here, or on the tables. And then that way you kind of, it just adds a little bit of like something fun to the, adds a little something fun to the area, I feel like. Yeah, a little bit of variance between runs. Something I definitely would like to do is do a lot more PCG stuff for sure within the train cart. So like that would entail maybe like objects being scattered around, little things like that, right? Because I think that would add a lot more randomness to the cars. Ideally in the future, we can maybe fuck around with that. Like it could be cool to randomize the books in each of these. Maybe. The only problem with that is then our item system suffers from that, which kind of is annoying. But something for the future could be very cool. Something for the future could be cool. Yeah. I do wonder if the item system could be CG too, maybe way too complex. I think I would like to do that. Making the item spawns be a little bit more dynamic and procedurally generated rather than me having to manually put these in is kind of an absolute pain in the ass. But, yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Chat, hello. Something came up. I'm probably gonna head out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out to resolve something. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I'll stream earlier. Hope it's nothing bad. Yeah, my partner got a call that someone is doing identity fraud. So I'm gonna accompany her. She quickly ran to the bank. I'm just gonna go catch up to her. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully. So see you guys then. And yeah. All right. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for lurking, chatting, and sticking around. Sorry, I was gone for quite a bit. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.